So if you're wanting to start filming on tape, such as mini DV, high 8, or VHS cameras, but you don't have the budget to piece everything all together, then I might have a way for you to keep your budget under $100. Coming up. Hey there, welcome back to my camera collection. In today's video, I'll be showing you how you can start recording on tape for less than $100. I will be showing you what things you would need and where to find them at a good price. So with all that being said, let's get into today's video. Some of the things that you'll need is, one, you'll need a camera, and two, you'll have to find a way to transfer the footage to your computer. And then along with tapes, batteries and chargers, video cables such as AV cables or S-video cables. So let's start with the camera. This is a big, well, this isn't a big camera, but this is a big case. First off, you'll need a camera. And the cheapest place to get a camera is your local thrift store. Whether you have a Goodwill or a Savers or Deseret Industries, or the DI is what I call it. I got this one at the Idaho Youth Ranch, which is a Idaho-based thrift store. Most times and not in my local area, I don't really find a lot of good cameras or cameras at all. When I seen this, I had to immediately snag it and see if it worked. I'll be doing a review on this camera here in the near future. I got this camera for about $28, and it came in this Pelican case. In my opinion, I feel like $28 is a little steep for a camera, but that's because it came with the case and literally everything original with the camera. Still, $28 isn't a crazy amount of money to pay for a camera, so definitely look at your local thrift stores. I've found some for $8 to $15 before, and they work perfectly fine after you get like a battery or something. Depending on whatever camera you find at the thrift store, it may or may not come with a battery and or charger. But if it does come with the battery, chances are it's one of these original batteries from back in the day. It could be like a Duracell one, it could be a Radio Shack one, it could be an original Sony one. These batteries definitely date back as old as this camera. So what, it's 33 years old, I believe. So these batteries, I haven't even tested them to see if they'll charge, because I just know that they're gonna be completely dead, and I can hear some pieces rattling around in there and stuff, and I just know that they're not going to be any good. These vhs-c / video 8 style batteries, they don't hold a charge for 30 years. So you can go onto Amazon, and I will leave links to everything in the description of the video, but you can go onto Amazon and you can find some brand new batteries made by Caster, or there's another company called Wasabi, I believe. And they make all sorts of kinds of camera batteries. So whatever camera you get, just go ahead and go into Amazon and you can type in the model of the camera. So for me, I would go in and I would type in Sony CCD TR81 replacement battery, or just battery. And you'll be able to find the right battery for it. And they'll usually say in the description of what cameras they're all compatible with and all that. But this one is compatible with any VHS-C or high 8 video 8 camcorder. Chances are your camera's not going to have a working battery, or it probably won't even come with a battery at all. But you can go ahead and get one of these batteries. A lot of the times you can get them with a charger as well. So I'll leave a link to a charger for it as well, because you never know, you might just get one of these cameras and it might just be the camera itself and not come with any batteries, chargers, or any kind of accessories. Do your research and find the right compatible battery. So since this camera came with the charger, I didn't have to buy a charger, I just needed to buy the battery. And also along with the tapes, so this camera takes 8mm tapes or video 8 tapes, or high 8 tapes, whatever you want to call them. Sometimes you will get a camera that has a tape in the camera already, and sometimes you won't. So if you don't have a tape that came in the camera, You can go onto Amazon and look up high 8 tapes, and you can find packs of them, and you can find single tapes by themselves. They're a little bit spendy, but you know, tapes aren't being made anymore, so the ones that you do find on Amazon, they are still brand new. They've never been opened. But if you want to go like a little bit more of a cheaper route, I think you can find used ones on like eBay and Macari and stuff like that. People sell like bundles of used tapes for a lot cheaper than new tapes. So if you don't have any AV cables or S-video cables cables at home, you can always look at the thrift store that you got your camcorder at and see if they have any used S-video or RCA cables. But just to be mindful, sometimes they have issues working, sometimes there's problems with them and the audio doesn't work or the video doesn't work or some source like that. If you want to skip all that, you can look online or even go to like Walmart or something and get yourself an S-video cable or RCA cables that are brand new that you know will work with your camera. I didn't need any because I already have a few myself. You can use the yellow, white, and red cables. And then there are some cameras that they don't have the yellow, white, and red plugins on the camera. They just have like a yellow headphone jack that you plug in. One side will be like a headphone jack and then the other side will be the yellow, white, and red. I call it like a 3-to-1 RCA cable. So I'll leave a link to one of those in the description so you can see what I am talking about. If you want to use S-video, it is a little bit better video quality than your RCA cables. S-video is a video out only. You will have to use the S-video to get your video, and then the white and red cables that are on your RCA cables to get the audio left and right sources. Just be mindful that you have to use both cables if you want to use S-video. And the last thing that you will need is a converter. There's a lot of cheap converters you can find on Amazon, but I was looking at some of the reviews on some, did a little bit of research, and some of them look like they just don't work at all. I mean, some of them you can find for like $8, $9, but I would rather spend a little bit more money to buy one from a company that is a little bit more trusted than some random Chinese seller on Amazon. So this one is by Digit Now. I'll have a link to this in the description as well, but I think I paid like 14 bucks for this. It looked like it had pretty good reviews, and it looks like it comes with the USB converter, has a little cap on it, and then you also have plugins for your RCA, the red, yellow, and white, and a S-video plugin. So you will need your cables to be able to plug into this for it to work. So you will plug this in through USB on your laptop or computer, and then you'll plug your camera AV out cables into your camera and plug them into here, and it'll connect everything to your laptop. And then if you need it, it does come with a USB extension cord, so you can just plug the converter into it, and then you don't have to have the converter plastic piece just dangling out the side of it. Something else that's really cool is Digit Now has a warranty for free for 3 years if you activate it within 7 days of purchasing it. You can go to their website, Digit Now, and register that. And then it also has a CD, so you can put it in your CD-ROM and download the drivers and the recorder to your computer. Along with that, you do have the instruction manual. Lots of things that it actually comes with for 14 bucks. So I don't have a CD-ROM to download this, the drivers and everything to. You can get some external CD-ROMs to take discs and be able to download things to your computer. Make sure you have a CD-ROM of some sorts to be able to download the drivers and everything to your computer. So calculating everything up, after buying the camera, the battery, and the converter, after shipping and taxes, I only paid $65.63 for this whole system. Now, in my case, I would need a CD-ROM as well for this to work. I didn't get one of those for this video. And there might actually be a, you might be able to download the drivers and everything from their website as well. If you do buy one of these, just make sure you go and check their website to make sure you can do that beforehand, unless you want to just buy an external CD-ROM to be able to download everything, or as long as your laptop or computer has one, then you're good to go. But I mean, this is a pretty cheap and inexpensive way to get into filming on tape, or even if you just have an old camera that has some old tapes, this is a way to revive it and get all of the video footage off of the tape and be able to see all of your old memories from back in the early 90s, late 80s, early 2000s, you know, whenever. If you do already have a camera, this is a great way to start filming with that camera again. So again, I'll leave links to batteries, chargers that are compatible with this Sony camera, along with this converter that I have here. This is the Digit Now USB 2.0 video grabber, along with a external CD-ROM if you don't have one, the 2 different kinds of AV cables, and an S-video cable in case you want to use S-video. Don't forget to check out my eBay store and join my Discord. So other than that, I think that sums up this video. Let me know if you have any questions out there, and if you have any camera camera suggestions that you want to see on the channel, leave a comment and I will consider checking out some of the cameras you guys suggest for me. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like it. And if you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe, because we talk about retro old school camcorders pretty much on a weekly basis. And on that note, we'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.